for the world. And you can find more out about me and SheChanges and the work that I do out of my website. But here's the bottom line for me, is that I believe with every fiber in my being in the capacity of women to be architects of change. I just do. And I believe, furthermore, and I know I'm not alone with this, like the Dalai Lama totally agrees with me. Women are being called to lead us in radically new and different ways now, today. Not when we're ready, or not when we've been asked repeatedly and we have all the proper certifications and read the right books, but now, today, ready or not. SheSpeaks, this evening of women's storytelling, is designed, it was created to celebrate and honor the wisdom and the relevance of women's experience and insights. But at the heart of this event, and all of my events, really, if you've talked with anybody who's gone to this stuff, it's always, at the heart of it, is a call to action to be a force for change in the world. Now, the 5 women who will take the stage tonight, for many of them, it's kind of like a coming out moment in their lives where they will show themselves to you, many of whom are complete strangers, but they will leave with some fierce champions as a result of that courage. For you in the audience, it's a chance to get your own thoughts and feelings and perceptions and hopes and challenges. It's a chance for you to hear those embedded in another woman's story, which is really cool experience. It's a chance to be validated and to be inspired to action and ultimately to be connected to a force that is much greater than just you. So for many, SheSpeaks offers this experience of like a breath, an exhale of relief when you realize that you're not alone, you're not crazy, you're not losing it, or my favorite, delusional. You're actually in really good company, ours. But if you think your role tonight is to sit back and passively drink up all these wonderful offerings that these 5 women are going to offer us, think again. Because these 5 women who are stepping on stage tonight, they never thought in a million years that they would be here. And so I wish you could have seen their faces when I approached them with the invitation, because there were a lot of dead silence on the phone, or gasps of inhale, or holy shit, extreme swearing, and deep sighs. And so the women who we're seeing tonight are not professional speakers on a circuit. They're busy women like a lot of you who have a long to-do list and are juggling many balls. And then I came along with my invitation and I rattled a few cages, which anybody who knows me, I love to rattle cages. So this is where you come in, because lucky me, these women said yes tonight. And tonight they're each going to take the stage for 13 minutes, no more, and you'll see them referencing a countdown clock over here, to tell their stories that have been months in the making. So what you're hearing tonight, and people who have spoken up here before, I'm looking at a number of you, know what I'm talking about. Many, many drafts, many, many long conversations, and a lot of sleepless nights in preparing to get up on stage. So we need your help to catch our stories tonight. Because without you in the audience, our words just fall and travel about the air, and they never really land. So trust that you came here tonight, you carved out time in your busy lives, you bought a ticket, or a friend bought a ticket for you and dragged your ass here when you didn't even know what was going to happen. Trust that you were brought here for a reason, because one of these women is going to be delivering something to you on a silver platter tonight that is designed to be served up just for you. So expect that you'll nod with understanding tonight. Expect that you'll be moved to laughter and moved to tears. Expect that you'll hear an answer to a question that you've been holding for a really long time. Because these women will be singing your song. Expect to leave with a pocket full of poignant moments and a handful of really inspiring quotes that will be your traveling companions for months, maybe even years. So we need your help to catch us. We might look like we're having fun and all come comfortable, but really we're terrified, scared shitless, really, truth be told, that you're going to like what we're going to talk about, and that you are going to find that what we're saying is valuable. The speakers are so committed to that, and I've told them to disregard that, to go with their own story, because my experience, the audience always finds what they need in the speakers. This group of women, we haven't had rehearsals, we haven't had run-throughs, this is not a group or a club of women that meets regularly or often. These 5 women tonight don't even know each other. Tonight was the first night they met. And here they are. We are just like you, only we're on stage. If we falter, this is important, so listen up. Some of us are afraid of tripping. This is where the people in the front row. If we falter tonight, we want you to make some noise. We want you to hoot and holler. We want to see your nods of understanding. We want to see your laughter. We want to see your tears. We want to feel your love and respect for our courage and our willingness to show ourselves to you. Hold us when we're up here, and we will sing our songs for you. Do we have a deal? So, this whole idea of Rebel Yell, let me give you a little bit of a backstory on this. In the past year or so, I've been intentionally playing with my language and my clients' language. I love language because I believe in the power of language and words to shape our experiences. So I've been choosing ones that have a little bit more of an edge to them. They're a little bit more provocative, they're a little bit more bold, they're a little bit more in your face. So I've been using words like badass and heretic and radical and revolutionary and honey badger and just like pushing the edge with my language. There's a phrase in the coaching profession called calling forth. And that is what I want my language for me and my clients to do, is to physically drag our asses out of our comfort zone so that we can bring our gifts more fully to bear in the world, not watered down and without apology. I'm at a moment in my life where that famous quote, and I know you know this, Morgan Freeman from SheShanks Redemption, is ringing through every bone in my body. He said, "Get busy living or get busy dying." And I've heard this is a common experience for women in their 40s, and that it only gets louder as we age. There's a woman in my writing experience this past spring who coined a phrase that stuck, this mantra really, for this writing group. Carpe fucking diem. It's stuck, the power of language. So the shift in language began for me last fall at my homecoming women's retreat that I run. My dear friend and fellow revolutionary, Jessica Esch, who many of you know, pulled me aside and said, "I want to give you my philosophy of life because I think it's time." And I did just that. I rolled my eyes because my dear friend Jess is known for rocking my world with unsolicited offerings at the worst possible moment. But I listened to Jess because I love her, and there was a wise part of me that said, "Shut your pie hole and listen to what she has to say." So I turned to her and she said, "MFCEO." And I'm thinking, what? So I've got 5 minutes and 40 women are going to be rolling in this retreat, and we're going to be kicking this retreat into high gear, and I'm thinking, this is not the time to be confused. What are you talking about? And she's, knowing me to be the stubborn ass that I am, she grabbed my elbow, stopped me from walking, turned to face me, and she said, "Lael, here's how I see it. When I don't know what I want to do or what I want to decide, I remind myself of my role in my life. As MFCEO of my life, what do I want to have happen? What do I want to decide? How do I want this all to go down?" And she smiled knowingly. And in that moment, I thought, that's sheer genius. That simple phrase really rocked my world. And in that moment, I saw the full extent of my power just by giving myself a title, permission, and a kick-ass job description. And as simple as it sounded, that moment was revolutionary for me. And I saw throughout the course of the retreat that it spread, that MFCEO CEO spirit spread like wildfire throughout the retreat, with women lapping it up like cream and liberally prefacing their statements with, "As MF CEO of my life, here's how it's going to go down. Here's how it's going to happen." So women loved it, and we started referring to our merry band of radicals as HASBARs, which is an acronym. If you're here, you are one. So I might as well let you know what it is. It's an acronym for Hot Shit Badass Rockstar, which was also coined by my friend Jess, who obviously is a woman of many talents. But that was the moment for me that the theme of Rebel Yell was born. That was the moment that laying it down, calling the shots, speaking up, standing out, and letting it rip became less about anger and force and power, and more about passion and service, sisterhood, and absolute complete joy. James Dean may have made Rebel Without a Cause popular, but the HASBARs are decidedly hell-bent on making some rebel yells for a cause, with intention, on purpose, with courageous hearts to create change now. There's a sense of urgency and impatience in the air that I love these days. Anybody who knows me, I just thrive on. I have a feeling like I'm part of a massive revolution or uprising. And I get so excited when I see women leading the charge, and it inspires me to create more and more events like this so we can come together and collectively blow on our embers that we're creating. Earlier this year, I created a posse for working women called Mustang Sallies. And it was met with huge success just by the title alone, let alone the energy of the event. And anyone who wants in on that, they're writing again in June. So talk to me, check out my website for more information. And on Facebook recently, for the past 3 to 4 months, thanks to a client, I've been saying that I want to get a pirate ship. I want a pirate ship to fill it with revolutionaries and to give them all in the same place so that we can see that we're not alone and we can be this force for change. And just yesterday, I signed a lease on my pirate ship. Right in the heart of the old port. So, Portland, take notice. There's going to be the per capita revolutionary status is way up. So no doubt that change is in the air these days. It's definitely not your imagination. One of my favorite books, I have 2 boys, and one of the favorite books that I read them is called Big Mama Makes the World by Helen Oxbury. You know this one? And it's sort of the story of the creation of the world as told by a feminist perspective. And Big Mama is this large woman who's rounded and incredibly fierce. She's definitely a HASBARs. And over the course of 7 days, she creates the world. So she starts with light, she adds some water, she throws in some earth, and she throws in the animals and the people, and then she sits back with a baby on her hip, and she starts making some biscuits. And she puts the baby down for a nap in a cloud. What I love is at the very end, she looks down and she says, "Hey, straighten up down there!" And she looks over on the other side and she goes, "Good, that's very, very good." Because Big Mama holds us fiercely as the governing force in the world. She holds us fiercely accountable and still has us feel incredibly loved. Our first speaker of the evening has a lot of that Big Mama energy in her. She shares my passion for creating pirate ships and for blowing on embers to spark revolutionary thinking and for being impatient. Like Big Mama, she's known for being really fierce and really loving. But it can be scary business stepping into those shoes, and it can kick up a whole lot of resistance as a result. So please welcome to the stage for our first speaker of the evening, the amazing Pam Gertz.